On April 1st, 1946, a massive tidal wave triggered by a powerful undersea earthquake off of the Aleutian Islands struck Hawaii without warning. More than 150 people were killed, 161 were injured, and property damage soared to over $25 million. It remains one of the most devastating natural disasters in Hawaii's recorded history. Across the islands, entire coastlines were altered. In MAUI HIKINA, East Maui, communities rooted in deep Hawaiian traditions were forever changed. For those who witnessed the tidal wave, the memory of that day stayed with them for the rest of their lives. To understand the impact, we begin along the rugged Ke'anai Peninsula of Kalalau. Ke'anai, known today for its taro farming and famous Auntie Sandy's banana bread stand, has long been home to Hawaiian and Chinese kalo farmers and fishermen. A close-knit Protestant community, the peninsula has always lived in relationship with the sea, but in 1946, the ocean turned against it. Harry Kumukoa Pahukoa Jr., son of Harry Pahukoa Sr. and Ann Pahukoa, was born in 1933 at Hana Hospital. He was only 12 years old when the wave struck. Living with his 10 siblings and mother, he watched as 2 massive waves tore through the lower peninsula, plowing through houses, lo'ikalo, and the historic Congregational Church.
I was about 12, I think. Either 11 or 12, around there. My brother and I was on our way to school. We walked up, to go to the school. So we came up to Ke'anai Junction. That's where my uncle then was waiting for the truck to go to work. So we reach up there, and then we hear this loud noise, just like powder. Boom! Hit the cliff, And we see the water fly up. So my uncle say that, hey, that's tidal wave. We don't know what is tidal wave. He say, he was at Guadalcanal, so he know what is tidal wave. He was in the service, so he started to run back down because my mom and my 2 sisters was down there, catching small shrimp, ohua, we call them, down at Kaiheka's, small baby maninis. So they was down there early in the morning. You gotta go and catch. So he ran all the way down for go look for them. He knew they was down there, but when he got down, they were already up.
Unlike Harry, his mother, Ann Pahukoa, was face to face with the tidal wave and had witnessed the passing of her sister-in-law.
Hey, the tidal wave is funny. He broke them all the clothes, tear them all the clothes, except the concealed blooms on her skin. My sister-in-law, the silk blooms, he get elastic, and down here get elastic before the blooms like that. I was only on her cell. Everything, tear them off. The tidal wave, tear them off. And she been come right next to that place, by the road going up that gate. I swear she was. And she went fair and asked. He asked me of me. I never see her. Maybe God never like me see her. Maybe if I see her, I'll go back help her. Yeah.
While Harry saw the tidal wave firsthand, others learned about the destruction from loved ones who survived it. James Keola Hūʻeu Jr., Harry's brother-in-law, son of James Hueu Sr. and Nancy Haina Hueu, was born in Ke'anai in 1914. By 1946, he was working as a prison guard in Olinda, Kula. Though he was miles away, the stories shared by his wife Margaret and their family painted a vivid picture of the devastation back home.
So the wave only turned my house, but it smashed everything in the yard. But on the northeastern part, the wave went up, hit the bank, the bay hard cliff. It went through the river, where the flume that they have to take care of the water across the tail patch. They have a flume. The water went right up till there. Now, on the way back was too much water, that's why they went on the land. There's an old man by the name of Walter Hardy. He was in the garden, so that we've took him and buried him in the tail patch.
Well, tell me a little bit about what Keola was like before the tidal wave in 1946.
Well, it was similar, but it wasn't all trees like today. I remember when I was born, even all the hillside, there were no trees. Only a few kukui trees and grass. You can see the old Hawaiian trail, the Pi'ilani trail. You could see that trail. But a lot of people didn't use that trail, but it's still there. A lot of places, when they rebuild the new road, they cut it out. But the trees in Ke'anai, even coconut trees, that's only new. I think 1926 they planted. Before that, there were no trees.
Dora Hardy Kuluhiwa, Hanai daughter of the victim Walter Hardy, also recalled the tragic loss of her father.
So I think about my kahuanai father, Mr. Hardy. Kana kuli da pipiao. He go up the garden, my garden. Come home, he drink coffee, sit down asa the lanai. Rest. And I think, he kuli, he no can hear that kai. So my, what you call? I tell my boy, we go up get to Hardy. He tell Mama, run for your life. I had my kakai clothes all wet. The sea was coming already, but a puhala behind our place. He tell Mama, run for your life. Time he hold my hand, alaka me go. Fall down by the corner low, get away, pull me up for run till by the pake chest as a place high, pakele, no, don't know what happened. I tell tutu man, Maki, I cry. Then the county man came for go find the people who pilikia. And I tell, shoot tutu man, Maki, showing na. He was sitting down on the small lila lanai. He Maki, the kai when hit the pali, and the kai funny kai, go follow the kawai. Go up till way up the kukui puka, kawai, the water go through the follow the kawai. Go up there and find him. The county man will go find him inside our big patch right by our place.
In Ke'anai, two beloved kūpuna were lost that day. Helen Pahukoa Tau'a, age 48, and Walter Hardy, age 86. From Ke'anai, the wave continued its deadly path eastward towards Hana. Nestled between Ka'ina Bay and Hana Bay is Waikoloa, a community shaped by families who have lived there for generations. Matthew Makaio Kalalau Sr., born in 1930 to Sam and Luciana Makaio Kalalau, recalled a simple childhood with his siblings. On the morning of April 1st, while walking to Hana School, Matthew witnessed strange movements of the ocean and sudden commotion along the shore. Because it was April Fool's Day, many, not just Matthew, were unsure whether what they were seeing was real.
When I got there, the whole area was full with water, and the only one I saw was my mom standing on this rock. And I ran down to her and I told her, "Oh Mom, how are you?" She said, "It's okay, I'm okay, but no more children." She said, "Our children are dead." Just then I looked to the right. I saw my brother George. He was hanging on the coconut branch. He was hanging on. And the sea was going that way. When I saw him, I jumped into the sea and swam to where he was. I told him to let go of the bench. I guess with all the shock, actually, he was in shock. He didn't let go of the bench. He hung onto the bench. So what I needed to do was to slap him in the face. He was older than I, so I slapped him in the face. And I told him, let go of the bench. He let go of the bench, and he and I swam to highest ground, and I took him to where my mom was. Over there was pretty high, and the sea hadn't come up that high yet. So we were standing there, and then all of a sudden my younger brother, that's Stanley, they call him G-Boy, his two legs came up right in front of my mom. My mom was standing, his two legs up, and my mom said, "Oh, here's one." Now my niece, she was the only one that had his left. I stood there looking, maybe I could see her, but we were looking at eye level. When my mom went up, she turned around and she looked higher than eye level. And here she was hanging onto the tree.
Just 4 miles to the south, the tidal wave struck Hāmoa with even greater force and with far more tragic consequences. Once a historic fishing village overlooking Moku'alau and the Hane'o'o fish pond, Hāmoa is a place where ohana ties run deep. In 1946, this small community was hit harder than any other area in Maui. Cousins Reverend Henry Pulahau Kahula and Clyde Jackie Kahula experienced the tidal wave firsthand. Henry, born in 1916 on Hawaii Island, had lived most of his life in Hana. Jackie, born in Hilo in 1935, was adopted into the Kahula family and brought to Hana as an infant. Together, they remembered the violent force of the water, how it reshaped the shoreline and swept away homes, families, and entire generations.
What I saw, I could not believe my eyes. Had this big wave with water from the land was going out, brown water, and on that water there were 2 homes up going. When I saw that, gee, so this is what they call tidal wave. The water was going out, taking out these 2 houses, and there were about 6 houses in that area, but that were the 2 biggest houses that were sitting right where the first 2 houses when you get down to Hāmoa. By the time the next wave came, I was going down the other side, on the road going down all the way up to the edge of the water. And just as you come, then you can see the water going toward this side, already below the hill. On this side of the hill anyhow, going down the water toward Hāmoa, boy, I was going down there. That's when I saw the water hit the road right ahead of me. And that's where the beach is. When I saw the water, then I thought, yes, this damn water going all the way into the land. So I ran out and found the whole place all cleaned out by this water took out. Boy, I went down and I saw my uncle and he was looking out at the water. I was wondering what he looking at. He looking for his wife.
My brother told me that we better get home because our house was gone. So we ran home, ran on the side of the road as fast as we could, and then hitched a ride with one of the police cars that were going down towards Hāmoa, where we lived. And as we got to the top of the road, where we can see our home, there was nothing. There was nothing there. It was just flat. When we went down, we were looking for our parents. Then we found Dad, who was wrapped around with a blanket. He didn't have any clothes. The clothes was just ripped off when he was in the water. We found him and we started hugging each other. There was so much lumber and debris around that he stepped on a nail. Of course, he was suffering from that nail poke, but his most concern was hugging us and saying he cannot find Mom. Then I saw this big water came down. I was so scared that I ran. And then I went back down there, and I saw another woman who came out of the ocean. That woman was in the house, that big house that was taken by the ocean. The young woman just got married not too long, and she had one first child. She was holding one. And she was holding the sisters-in-law's child in the other arm, and the grandmother was in the house. Both of them got trapped inside the house because the door was shut, and then they went way outside, but she tried to go open the door, but it couldn't open. And finally the door opened. One door opened, then the water came inside, knocking one of the babies out of her hand, her arm. She hang on, no can, so couldn't do it, so she let them go, and she hang on to, and then she lost the other one too. But when she lost the other one too, the first thing she taught herself, she didn't know where the grandmother was. And to find out later, they found out her remains was about 2.5 miles, I think, that way. They found her on the beach. Just, we knew what's left of that.
In Hāmoa alone, the 1946 tidal wave claimed 9 lives. Among them were infants, children, and kūpuna, entire ohanas taken in a matter of moments. Those lost were Robert Cullen, 3 months old, Richard Atai, 6 months, his brothers Paul, age 2, and Kenneth, age 4, their great-grandmother Marianne Dusson, age 65, Mary Kahula, age 50, Leroy Mendez, 13 months, Patricia Mendez, age 2, Junior Mendez, age 3, and their mother, Molly Mendez, who passed away days later at Hana Hospital. These names, these families, are forever woven into the story of Hamoa. Across East Maui, the tidal wave reshaped the land, but its deeper impact lived within the people who survived. The voices we hear in these recordings, Ann Pahukoa Jr., Ann Pahukoa, Keola Hūʻeu, Dora Kuluhiwa, Matthew Kalalau, and the Kahula cousins, and their ohanas are more than witnesses. They are caretakers of memories. Their stories remind us that history is not just written in newspapers or measured in numbers. It is held in the lived experiences of communities like Ke'anai, Waikoloa, and Hamoa. Families who endured unimaginable loss yet found the strength to rebuild. By preserving these oral histories, we honor those who survived and those who did not. We remember April 1st, 1946, not simply as a day of tragedy, but as a testament to the resilience, courage, and enduring spirit of Maui Hikina. As the ocean continues to shape these shores, the stories of that day remain, carried forward by the descendants who still call East Maui home.
Ka